Hey guys, Rushy here and welcome back to another video. Welcome to a footwear review. In this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this pair of trainers, and not only am I going to be reviewing them, but I'm also advertising them for sale. I'm actually going to sell this pair of trainers, and I thought the best way to do it would be to film a review and list them on YouTube first, to let my YouTube audience get the first opportunity to buy them. I'll provide more details on that later. So with that being said, let's start the review by unboxing these trainers. So as you can see, the trainers are in their original box. I bought these trainers brand new from JD Sports. I am based in the UK. So I think you can tell the trainers are going to be a pair of Adidas trainers, but let's find out exactly what specific model they are. Well, as you can see, as you might be able to now tell, today we are going to review this pair of Adidas Originals ZX Flux trainers. So this is an adult men's pair of trainers finished in black with red secondary on the logo and insoles. So for adult sizes, these trainers are sold from a UK size 7 all the way up to size 12. Now this particular pair is my size, which is a UK size 9, which also translates to a US size 9.5, a German size 9, a French size 43 and a third, a Japanese size 275, and a Chinese size 265. So, being Adidas, I believe these trainers were designed in Germany, but they were actually made in Indonesia. This specific model of Adidas trainers are known as the original ZX Flux. So it's the ZX line of Adidas footwear, and this is the original Flux model, which feature, as you can see on the laces, Adidas torsion, which I believe is part of the structure of the trainers, which is shown underneath. I believe that red bar is the torsion bar, and that is featured on both pairs. Another quite unique feature of these trainers is this black plastic ankle collar, which is featured on both trainers. And I think its purpose is just to add security and strength to the trainers, making them easier and more comfortable and more usable to wear. Now I am going to put this theory into practice to see if it actually works and if these trainers are actually as comfortable and lightweight as they are made out to be by Adidas, by trying them on and walking a few short paces back and forth in them. So as you can see, I am now wearing the trainers. Now they were relatively easy to put on. They are laced, but one thing I noticed that I'm not a huge fan of is that the laces are quite short. I think the laces could do with being a bit longer, because I've only single knotted these trainers. The laces are shorter than any other pair of trainers I've worn, really. I do think that the laces should be a bit longer. That would make it easier, but they're still usable. I was still able to lace them. And now I'm going to take a few short paces back and forth. Now, I've actually owned these trainers since 2019, but I've never broken them in. I've only ever worn them about 4 times in total. And so they feel really tight, basically like wearing a brand spanking new pair of trainers. They feel very secure on my feet, so that torsion bar and the way the trainers are made, the shape of them, definitely leaves your feet feeling very secure, which is definitely a good thing. Although one thing I noticed that I'm personally not a huge fan of is the heel. They do have a slight heel on them, which is to be expected for this designer trainers. So that's not an actual fault with the trainers themselves. It's just a personal preference of mine. I prefer flat trainers, but for those of you who prefer, heeled or air pocket trainers, they do feel a little similar to that, really. And yes, they do feel quite lightweight. Not very lightweight, but quite lightweight for a pair of trainers. They are definitely lighter than other pairs of trainers I've worn. So I suppose they would be ideal for using, for some fitness activities, specifically running or maybe some sports. I don't think they are first-handedly designed for sporting activities, but or athletics, but they could be used for those activities if necessary, even though they're not specifically designed for them. So, what do I think of the Adidas Originals ZX Flux trainers overall then? Well, I actually like this pair of trainers. The thing I like most about them is their design. That's what originally attracted me to this pair of trainers, or crepes as they are sometimes known. I really like the overall shape and design of the trainers, and I think they look really good in black, although they do come in multiple colours. So, if I like them that much, why have I decided to sell them? Well, mainly because of the heel. As you can notice, there is quite a large heel towards the end of the trainers where the heel is. It is raised compared to the front of the trainers, and you definitely notice that when you're wearing them, which is not a fault in the trainer, really. It's just how they're designed, and I'm just not a huge fan of that design. Long-term viewers of this channel who've watched my other footwear reviews will notice I used to wear a pair of Nike Air Maxes, and, it is similar to that in a way. And I wore those trainers for so long. Over time it became uncomfortable wearing trainers with a raised heel, and I've since started wearing flat trainers like my Lacoste trainers, which I reviewed in my previous most recent footwear review. I have only worn them 4 times in my 4 years of ownership, and I have worn them quite sparingly. All 4 times weren't when I just bought them. I think, on average, I think I have worn them about once a year. Unfortunately, though, the last time I wore these trainers, which was over a year ago now, I did get them quite muddy. Now, I have tried to clean them to the best of my ability, but if you notice, there's still some dirt on the bottom of the trainers, on the grips. But ignoring the dirt, I'm sure you will be able to notice how little wear there are on the grips of the trainers. Very little wear. This is proof that I haven't worn them that many times at all. Now, rest assured, these will be thoroughly cleaned after I finish filming this review. I would have cleaned them thoroughly before I made this review, but unfortunately, I'm running short on time at the moment because I want to get this video filmed and uploaded to my channel before the end of May to keep consistent with my one video per month rule. I did clean these trainers before I filmed this review, but unfortunately I couldn't get some of the dirt off the underneath. But as you can see on the top, they have come out quite nicely. They weren't too dirty on top anyway, but they are now almost spotless on top. And I'll take this opportunity to show you the insoles as well, which, especially on the right one, very little wear, which is very unusual, and unfortunately a little bit more wear on the left one. It just goes to show how quickly the insoles of these trainers wear, but you can still see the A, so that is proof that even though this has worn away more than the right example, it still has had very little wear for a pair of trainers this age. And it's crazy, isn't it? It just goes to show how quickly the insoles do wear, and the left example, for some unknown reason, was worn away more than the right example. Now, revealing inside the tongue of the trainer, you can see all the size information there. Now, that information is also on the box, and as you can notice, I've kept the original insoles packaging with both sets to try and preserve the shape, which I think really has helped keep these trainers in the original shape. And these will be sold with the trainers along with the original box as well. Now, if you remember, one of my only criticisms of this pair of trainers were the laces. I do think they are a bit on the shorter side, but they're still usable. And as you can see, both sets have got very little wear on them. And finally, now let's talk about the sales details. Like I said, I bought this pair of trainers brand new 4 years ago. And if I remember, I paid about £75 for them, which is the going rate for these trainers. I think you can still buy them brand new now. And I think you can buy them from JD Sports for between £80 and £85. But I am going to sell these trainers for £35. I'm asking £35, and that's including postage for the UK. If you live outside of the UK, no problem. I'm willing to post internationally, worldwide, although I will have to charge for postage as it will be more expensive. If you are interested in buying these pair of trainers and you have any queries whatsoever, perhaps postage prices from outside the UK or any other queries, please email me. Or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But for specific inquiries, I recommend you email me, and I will leave my email address in the description of this video. I'm really going to miss this pair of trainers. They are really nice, but, I'm not going to wear them just because, I do find the laces a bit short and the design is not really something I wear anymore. I mainly wear flat shoes and trainers nowadays. But yes, as you can see, these trainers are in very good used condition, and they are far too good to throw away, and someone could definitely get some great usage out of them. And these could be yours for £35. So with that being said, guys, that concludes this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been meaning to make another footwear review for a while now. I'm planning on making at least one new footwear review every year moving forward. And I've been meaning to sell these trainers anyway, and I thought, what better way to sell them than to list them on my YouTube channel, because I know a lot of my viewers like watching my footwear reviews. So I will let you all have the first opportunity to buy them. So I'll wait about a month for buyers for these trainers on YouTube, but if I don't get any interest within about 5 or 6 weeks, I will start to list in other places. I'm thinking if I don't sell these trainers on YouTube, I'll try using eBay or the Vinted app. I did try to sell these before on Facebook Marketplace, but unfortunately I didn't get any interest. I'm trying to continue my upload schedule of filming one video every month, so I hope you stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this footwear review, and I will see you all next month in my next video. Goodbye for now.